Karen's obsession with control escalated once again when she gave away access to my lakefront without my permission. She arrogantly assumed that because she was part of the HOA, she could dictate who could enjoy my property. What she didn't realize was that I not only owned the land but also controlled the dam that fed the lake. Her audacious interference was about to backfire spectacularly. It began early one morning when I received alerts from my security system. Multiple boats were attempting to dock, and unauthorized guests were entering the lakefront area. Karen had apparently signed over temporary access permissions to certain HOA members, claiming she had the right to manage usage. Her arrogance blinded her to one simple fact: the water and lakefront were entirely under my control, and any interference would have consequences. I arrived on the property calmly, observing the chaos from a distance. Guests were confused, some excited to explore the lake, unaware that they were being manipulated into trespassing. Karen, perched on a pontoon boat, waved frantically, attempting to assert authority over the scene. I shook my head, knowing her audacity had set the stage for another spectacular lesson in limits. "Karen," I called out, my voice steady and commanding, "the lakefront and water rights are mine. Your permissions are invalid, and you are trespassing." Her confident smirk faltered slightly, but she continued to try asserting authority, waving her arms and shouting. She hadn't anticipated the strategic response I had prepared. I immediately initiated control of the dam that fed the lake. Using remote mechanisms and safety protocols, I gradually lowered the water level, creating a natural barrier. Boats that had been attempting to dock were now stranded in shallow water, unable to access the lakefront. The guests were safely guided back to shore, and the unauthorized access was neutralized without any confrontation or harm. Karen's expression turned from confident to panicked. Her plan to manipulate access had failed spectacularly, and the evidence of her interference was captured on both security cameras and live drone footage. Local authorities, informed of the situation, arrived to assess potential trespassing and harassment claims. Karen's reckless actions were now fully documented, leaving her legally exposed and utterly humiliated. By mid-afternoon, the lakefront was fully secure. The water level had been restored for authorized use only, and Karen's attempt to control the property had been neutralized. Her audacity had resulted in public embarrassment, legal scrutiny, and an undeniable demonstration of her failure to understand authority. I walked along the shoreline, observing the calm, pristine water, reflecting on the events of the day. Karen had underestimated the combination of preparation, authority, and control. Her repeated attempts to assert dominance over my property had collided with strategy, law, and oversight, resulting in predictable failure. By evening, the lakefront was fully operational, calm, and secure. Karen's reckless decision to give away access had backfired completely, reinforcing the lesson that interference without knowledge, audacity without preparation, and arrogance without foresight always leads to failure. The 12,000-acre ranch remained untouchable, my authority reaffirmed, and the boundaries of the lakefront clearly defined. Karen's interference had failed spectacularly once again, leaving her humiliated, legally exposed, and powerless. The ranch, the dam, and the lakefront stood as a testament to preparation, law, and unassailable authority.